How do you build discipline when you feel like a loser? First of all, are you a loser? Why did you click on this video? Why do you feel like a loser? I'm guessing you're probably doing things you know you shouldn't be doing, or you've been rejected by your peers in society. Anyways, you feel like you're at least a loser to an extent. And I want to argue that even though you might technically and objectively be a loser, you have to get that thought out of your mind if you want to stop being a loser. Because us human beings, we act in accordance with what we think we are. Who do you think you are? If you consistently think over a long enough period of time that you're a loser, that's feeding your brain information to do all the sciencey stuff inside, and that send electrical neurons and impulses to do loser things, right? I don't know the science of it, but hopefully that makes sense. All I'm saying is that your identity, your self identity, dictates your actions. Now, the hardest part is, how do you change your identity? How do you stop feeling like a loser? Okay, what do you need to do to become successful? You need to be disciplined and consistent, and you need to improve based on failure. That's a solid formula for getting good at a skill. You have to find out exactly what you need to do. You have to look at the people who are successful in whatever you want to be successful in. And you have to literally change who you are and to get an identity like them. Do the people who want the do the people who have what you want think they're a loser? Maybe they are. And if they do think they're a loser, then maybe you shouldn't want to be like them, right? But okay, how do you actually change your identity? And a lot of people would just say you have to take action. You have to, I don't know, if you want to feel good about the way your body looks, you have to change your body and you have to go to the gym and eat right. I think you should, obviously. That's going to make it infinitely more likely if you have an amazing physique and girls are complimenting your physique, or you're getting a bunch of matches on Tinder because of your shirtless pics, then you're probably going to feel at least decent about your physique, especially if you had a massive transformation. But it's hard. It's really hard to do that, and we want change fast. We're probably not going to get it. First, you have to accept that change isn't going to come fast. You have to be okay with sucking and your situation suffering for a while, because the reason you consider yourself a loser is because of the accumulation of everything that's happened in your life. But let me tell you right now, I want you to literally stop thinking that. Stop thinking you're a loser. And how do I want you to stop thinking you're a loser? You don't have to overcomplicating it. Stop thinking too much. Every time you catch yourself thinking something bad about yourself, I want you to use all your willpower to direct those thoughts and attention into something else. Literally do 10 push ups, go on a 1 minute walk. Heck, I normally don't recommend this, but it kind of worked for me. It's really weird advice. Put a 2 minute timer and go on TikTok. Don't I feel like if you put a 2 minute timer and go on TikTok or Instagram Reels, you're gonna go for more than 2 minutes. But if you can manage to stay on TikTok for 2 minutes, it's insanely addictive and it will divert your attention into something else. Unless, actually, maybe not. If you're that much of a loser, your TikTok feed or your YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels are curated and tailored to the mindset that you have right now. It's gonna be a bunch of victimization. Look at how horrible inside my life is after my breakup. And by the way, I'm not saying that I'm better than anyone at all. I literally used to have a horrible for you page on TikTok and think I'm a loser, I'm lazy. I remember there was this one day when I got on a call with one of my friends' dads, and we're Christian. Hopefully that doesn't make you hate me. But Christians would also kind of hate me. They wouldn't hate me, but I have really unpopular opinions about the world. But I got on a call with this Christian dad, and I was just talking to him about my problems, right? And I don't know, I was just telling him I'm lazy, I can't take action, I'm in bed all day. and you told yourself, but stop thinking that. That thought doesn't serve you. And for some reason, it clicked right there. But I know, I've heard that advice. Stop labeling yourself as something you shouldn't want to be. I've heard that advice before, but I think it's because it came from a position of authority that it finally clicked for me. And a lot of you guys maybe not don't see me as an authority figure. I don't know. Use your willpower to force yourself to see me as an authority figure if that's even possible. Here, I'll give you some social proof as to why you should listen to me. For all my life, at least not all my life, since I was 14 years old, I consumed self improvement content because I wanted to be disciplined and consistent. And I was. I became disciplined and consistent for 1 week. For 1 week. Just 1 week. Then it would be a month of bad habits again. I got that motivation for 1 week and it stopped. And then I was consistent for 2 weeks again. And then 3 months of horrible habits. And those were cycles I had up until I was 20 years old, 7 months ago. And ever since 7 months ago, I've been consistent and disciplined in everything. I've lost a ton of weight. I'm consistently working on my business, literally sitting down and working and going to the gym more consistently than ever. And overall, I don't have the material success to give you as proof. I'm still not rich. My physique isn't amazing. I'm pretty strong, but I am consistent. I've become really good at shaping and rewiring my thoughts and beliefs and identity. And now I used to be so miserable. I wanted to get myself off this earth, if you know what I mean. I have a girl. Things were rough with her. I mean, she was always great. It's just I was bad. And yeah, now I'm super happy and fulfilled, even with a lack of external results. I just have to keep going and keep improving. And this YouTube channel will take off. My business will take off. And by the way, my name is Nico, and this is episode a billion of uploading a video to YouTube every day, so I get better at speaking to the camera. But yeah, you have to meditate. Hold on, I'm not asking you to sit here and go like and meditate like that, even though you should, because meditation is the gym for becoming aware of your thoughts. We live life mostly on autopilot and subconsciously. We're only conscious of 0.1% of what we do. You're not always conscious of yourself breathing or your heart beating, or I don't know, a bunch of the internal stuff. You're also not aware of a bunch of subconscious thoughts that lead you to taking action. I know there's studies made by scientists that shown that I don't know I can't explain science too much. I should improve my research and scientific articulation so I speak like this better. But there's something about the subconscious, like sort of knowing what you're gonna do 7 seconds before you make a conscious decision. It's sort of like a proof against free will. But anyways, I'm not gonna talk about that. You have to meditate to become conscious of your thoughts. Meditation is just focusing on one thing. Like right now, we know when people close their eyes and meditate, like focusing on their breath. And it's hard to sit there for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and focus only on the breath because your mind has so many thoughts. And when you divert your attention away from your breath and you notice it, it's a rep, like a rep at the gym of you lifting weight. When you catch yourself thinking another thought that's not the breath, it's a rep. And the more you do it, the more conscious you become. And the more conscious you become, the better your ability to change your mental rewiring, the better ability you have to choose how to feel, what actions to take, and the more focused you are, the more self-aware you are. There's also traps in this. There's drawbacks. There's negatives of becoming too self-aware. Self-aware is pretty much also means self-conscious, and you shouldn't want to be self-conscious. But anyways, you have to catch yourself thinking thoughts that don't serve you and ignoring them, because when you consistently bombard your brain with thoughts that make you feel horrible, it's going to be so hard to take action when you're just miserable. You have to try your best to make it easy for you to take action. If you have some bad, unhealthy motivation, like honestly resentment, revenge, or you want to prove the world wrong, you have a chip on your shoulder, you hate society, that's energy that you can transform into taking action. If you have it, use it, because building habits is extremely hard. Of course, you use that energy up in some way, because energy can be created or destroyed. You have to channel it into something. and you have to try to channel it into something good. Obviously, all these motivations that I'm giving you, all this bad energy, it will be used. You'll either use it all on yourself and feel miserable, you'll take it out on others, or you can choose to use it to better yourself and your goals. By the way, everything I'm saying is easier said than done. But yeah, choose only to think thoughts that serve you, rewire your reality. But if you watch this video, I have to say thank you. Most people don't watch the full video, especially because I'm still trying to speak better to the camera, even though I feel like I spoke pretty well in this video. But also, most importantly, most people never take action. It's good that this video kind of rewires your brain a little bit and reinforces good things for you to know so you can improve your life. But at the end of the day, you have to take some sort of action. And I'm not asking you to go to the gym right now or do your homework or whatever it is you need to be doing, whatever it is that you need to do. I'm asking you to take the smallest action step you can take this second, right after this video ends. The smallest action step you can take. Do you need to go to the gym right now and you're in bed? Stand up, get out of bed. If you have to do your homework and you're going to do it at your desk, sit on your desk. I'm not asking you after you sit on your desk to start doing your homework, or if that after you stand up, you go to the gym. In fact, I give you permission to go right back to bed after you stood up or after you sat at your desk, because it's fine. The hardest thing is to take action, and the smallest baby steps you can take are what plants the seed for future you to gain momentum. And trust me, that's literally the type of mindset that has helped me in my life tremendously. Always take the smallest action you can step and do it now. All right, that's all. God bless you. If you believe in love, or that all things happen for a reason, or in karma, or that humans have some type of purpose, or that you or your mom has a purpose, you're closer to believing in God than you think.